Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is something a little bit different for you guys. So I'm going to talk to you about my Dressage Riders Online experience. So last month, September, I filmed a test with them. And as you can tell from the title, we did pretty well. I could not believe it on results day when I saw what percentage and placing we got. So let's start with how I got into competing online. So I'd had some great flat work lessons with my instructor and I thought, why not ask if I could do some online dressage, sort of see where we are and have something to work towards. So as it was so late in the month, I did an e-riders test because their deadline is a little bit later in the month than Dressage Riders Online. So it went really well. There was lots of bits to work on, but it was a good starting point and we came 9th out of 20. But then I wanted to have a go at Dressage Riders Online the following month to see which I preferred and which one I would continue using. I also had a discount for them as I'm a Horse Quiz Advantage member, so I get lots of different discounts and tickets to shows when obviously the shows are on. So I started off by hitting their website to read up how they do it all and what the rules are and everything like that, because different online companies do their competitions a little bit differently. So for example, they don't require you to introduce yourself during the test, whereas e-riders do. So their competition is run to BD rules and TAC everything. So if you do not have BD legal TAC, like Minty, you can still enter. You will just compete in the relaxed rules class, exactly the same if you didn't have the right arena size, just go in the relaxed rules class and you still get to enter, still get to be placed, etc. So let's talk a little bit about the tests. So they have 5 different levels of tests. So they have level 1, which is about intro. Level 2 is obviously prelim, novice, elementary and medium equivalent, I think they are. So they have all different classes to choose from. They do some dressage, island tests and British eventing tests. Apart from that, the rest of the tests are their own. So there's different classes. So there's first timers, there's veteran, there's the main leagues, there's even a little championship. I think there is juniors, ex-racers, young horses, dressage to music, combined training, so show jumps and dressage. So it's a great place to compete from the comfort of your own yard. Maybe you like me and wanted to get some feedback of where you're at with your horse, or maybe you want to have the feeling of competing but without having to do all the bathing and travelling. There is videos of their level 1 and level 2 tests on their YouTube channel. So I was looking through the level 1 test, I was like, how am I going to remember this because there's no diagram? So I put on their Facebook group, is there anywhere I can find to watch the videos? And they were like, yep, they're on the YouTube. So I hit the YouTube and learnt my test that way because I like to see it. So like diagrams help me learn it, or else, as well as watching people. So rosettes are placed to 6th. Normally, unless that it's big enough entries, they will do all of the levels together. So the relaxed rules, level 1, 2, 3 will all be in the same section. So it was my second dressage competition of the year and 4th ever, because I did 2 dressage tests last year and 2 this year so far. So let's talk about clothing. You can wear casual wear, that's not a problem, that's what I normally do, because if you wear show gear, your horse must wear boots. I don't think they have to be white, but I would check before doing it. So because they have to wear boots, I just chose to do casual wear because Minty doesn't normally school in boots, so I don't want to change things on the day, just put him in boots for that lesson or whatever. Want to stick to what he's used to. So filming, your filmer should stand at C because that's where the judge would be at a real competition. You do not need to introduce yourself, as I said earlier, which is very handy. The video must be landscape so you can get as much in as possible, and preferably zoom in at the top end of the arena so you can be well seen. So let's talk about entering. So again, all the info is on the website, but I did it through YouTube, unlisted, and then I put it on their Facebook event page. So then I could, with sending it unlisted, I could send it to people that I wanted to see the video. I'm like, what do you think of this video? This is my Dressage Riders Online video. What do you think? And things like that. I think you can also like send the link, and I can't remember what else you can do. And then when it comes to results, so you have to get your video uploaded by the 25th of each month by 8 p.m. And then results are up at 12 p.m. on the 28th of each month. Normally on the website, and then there's a link to the results on the Facebook page. So I was so excited. I was like quite nervous to see it, but I was really excited when I saw, because I literally could not believe it. So your test sheet gets emailed to you the same as the results, which is really helpful, because then if, like me, I got the results Monday and had a lesson on Wednesday, so it's really helpful to be like, right, this is what I need to work on, etc. So my rosette came really quickly, so the results were Monday, and then my rosette came Wednesday, but then didn't get any photos of it with Minty until the week after, because I was on a different horse. I don't know what it is with me and filming dressage videos, but because I ride at a riding school, I can only do it on certain lessons. So I did plan to do it the 2 lessons before the entries needed to be in. But then I got put on a different horse. I tried to run through the test, did about third of the test maybe, and I was like, I can't do this. I'll wait till next week to do it. So yeah, the following week I was back on Minty and it rained again. But I think it had about cleared up by the time I actually got around to filming the test. So normally what I do is I warm up, run through the test once, and then run through it filmed, because I only have half an hour lesson. Actually, he was quite forward in the warm up, and especially running through the first test, he wouldn't walk when I said, it was like, you're supposed to walk between the markers, not here. But yeah, so I dropped my whip, and then he was more listening to me. I don't know if that's because he was tired out a bit more or what, but we got a good test. In places I would have liked to push it on a little bit more, especially like when I'm on transitions, just sometimes just takes a little bit of a whip, just be like, oi, you need to work, you need to do this.
The night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence. In the dark's all that I see, when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. Be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky, hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see your blue. There is so much cold in you, and the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the time. I can't find the point where our two paths align, but you're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars.
So even though we only got about a percentage higher than our last dressage test, it felt much more consistent, and that showed in the marks. So we got mostly 7s, apart from a couple of 6s and a 7.5, which I was so happy with. A year ago, I did a dressage test and got 2 or 3 7s, and now I'm getting mostly 7s. Just shows how far I've come. So the collectives were paces, so freedom and regularity, impulsion, we only got a 6 for that, and some of the comments were like, needs push the horse on, or trying to be more active, or whatever. Submission, position of the rider, effectiveness of the rider's aids, So for my collectives, I got 7s apart from the 6 for Impulsion, I believe. So the judges' comments were lovely partnership and an accurately ridden test. Now work to get him more active and powering along. Well done. So yeah, I was very happy with that. So the percentage we got was 68.6. When I'd run through it, I was very happy with the test. And I actually watched it a couple of times over, whereas normally I don't tend to like watching my riding because I get really critical. And it felt like a good test, and we got a good test result. Free walk on long rein was good as per usual. For our hole, it was trot to hole, and we hadn't practiced it a lot. We had done it in the previous intro test, but we only got a 7.5, which I was so happy with. And my instructor was like, "That's square. You got a square hole at the end." I was like, "Yes!" So happy. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know if you'd like me to do review type videos more often. Unfortunately, YouTube is not a huge priority for me, which is why I haven't been doing lots of videos. I've got college and loads of other things going on at the minute, so I'm trying to do a few YouTube videos when I get the inspiration and the motivation to do so. But for now, look at my rosette. So happy. My first place rosette since my Melted Games days when I used to do gymkhanas. First dressage test won. So it says the, oh, you don't know if you can see that, relaxed rules class. So it says what, and then just the website. And it has got a pin badge, which was quite entertaining. It was quite entertaining trying to get a photo with me and Minty with the rosette. Like, my instructor put it on his head, as you'll see in the photo, and he wasn't quite sure. Like, what do you put on my head? What do you want me to do now? After running through the prelim test ready for this month's entry, we are attempting to move up to prelim, as I've really been working on my canter transition recently. So hopefully prelim test will get filmed this next week or the week after. So make sure if you're going to enter bar for the 25th of the month. So if you would like to go and enter or want more information, head over to their website. I will leave the link in the description below, and I will see you in my next video.